Hey guys, so this is Eliza and welcome back to Dusk Angel Reads. I'm sorry if you can hear banging in the background. I'm not sure who that is or what that is, but someone's hitting something with a hammer. So today I'll be filming my February haul, and this may be a little late, but obviously if this video is going up, my internet is fixed. So yeah, hopefully it won't be too late, but I don't know. I'm filming this on the 8th. So I don't know when exactly it's going to go up, whenever my internet figures itself out. But anyway, so yeah, let's just jump straight into all the books that I purchased or received in February. So first off, I'll start with two books that I received from a book exchange, and the first one is Mr. Lemoncello's Library by Chris Grabenstein. This one I have already read and really enjoyed. I love this book. I've listened to it on audiobook and I really enjoyed it. I've listened to the entire series. It's so good. It's so fun. This is a middle grade, and I really wouldn't really call it a contemporary. It's kind of contemporary. It's basically these kids that are put into a library and they have to do like different games basically. So yeah, there's the Great Library Race, the Library Olympics, and then this is also the first book. So yeah, I have listened to this. I really enjoyed it, but I didn't own it, so I requested it during the book exchange. And I also love that cover. Like, all the covers are just so fun and colourful. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend if you're looking for like just a fun middle grade. So the next book I got in the book exchange is one I haven't read, and that is Royal Bastards by Andrew Schwartz. I'm not sure how to pronounce that last name. But this one was on my radar a while back, but recently I haven't heard, like after its release, I didn't hear anything really about it, whether it was good. There was a lot of hype leading up to the release, but since haven't really heard much. So yeah, and this is also like a kind of a cheap copy. Hey guys, so editing Eliza just jumping in here. What I'm about to say doesn't make any sense, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. But basically, this copy of Royal Bastards, I'm not sure what publisher it is, it's in my room, but it just feels like an extremely cheap copy, and it kind of looks like more of an indie, like the sizing, you know how indie books, like indie authors are usually have like a weird size of book, like it's not a normal paperback, but it's not the big paperback, it's kind of like in the middle and more like square, like more wide than it is tall. It's like that, and the cover like is just very, very cheap. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it just feels a lot cheaper than any other book I own. So yeah, there's that, but that was what I was trying to say. So next is actually the only book on this list that I have already read, and that is On the Come Up. Wait, that's wrong, because I'd read Mr. Lemoncello's Library. I've read this since I got it. How about we go that way? Yeah, this is On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This is it's not really the second book, it's kind of a companion to her first book, as there is mentions of events from The Hate U Give in this book. So there's that. But this is super fun, and it's about this girl called Brie and her dream to become a rapper. So yeah, it's really, really, really good. As I said, I've read it. I gave it 5 stars. I'll leave my review down below if you're interested, but this is the next one I got. And I lied. There is another book on this list that I have already read, and that is Everless by Sarah Holland. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep this book, but it was like really, really cheap at Big W, so I decided to grab it. And as I said, I have already read it, and while I didn't absolutely love it, I enjoyed it. And I read this when it was an e-arc. I got this from NetGalley. But I've been curious, but I don't really remember much about what happened. Like, I know that I enjoyed it a bit, but I can't remember what happened. I kind of want to move on to the next book in the series, so if I do, I'll probably reread it, and that's why I got a copy. But yes, that's it. And I also do like this cover. I do really like these covers. And the second book is blue, and it has the same similar idea. They're just really nice covers. Okay, next is a book that I received from a publisher, and I will probably be giving this one away as I simply have no interest in it. This was sent to me unsolicited, and this was from, who even sent this to me? I can't remember now. Pan Macmillan, Australia, and this is The Runaway Daughter by Joanna Rees. I do read historical fiction, but this sounds like an historical romance, and I've no interest whatsoever. I don't read adult historical fiction that often, and if I do, it's always war-based ones, like World War II mostly, but yeah, I don't really have that much interest in this one. The first part of the description sounds pretty interesting, but then it goes into more like, sounds like a romance, and I'm like, no. So I'll just read the description, and it's 1926 and Anna Darton is on the run from a terrible crime she was forced into committing. Alone and scared in London, salvation comes in the form of Nancy, a sassy American dancer at the notorious nightclub, the Zip Club. Reinventing herself as Verity Casey, Anna becomes part of the lineup and is thrown into a hedonistic, I'm not sure what that word is, I've never heard it before, world of dancing, parties, flapper girls and fashion. That bit sounds interesting, and then it goes on to say, when she meets the dashing Archie Fenwick, Verity buries her guilt and conscience and she believes him when he says he will love her to no matter what. But unbeknown to Verity, her secret past is fast catching up with her, and when the people closest to her start getting hurt, she is forced to confront it or risk losing everything she holds dear. So, like, it sounds kind of interesting, but I don't think I'm gonna read this, and this is like a massive book. It's 500 pages, it's an adult historical fiction. I don't see myself reading this, so I'll probably end up donating it to my local charity bookshop type thing. But yeah, that one I received from Pam Macmillan, and thanks to Pam Macmillan for sending it to me, but it's not really my cup of tea. Okay, next I have two books that I purchased off Facebook in one of the sell swap buy pages, and the first one is Hunted by Megan Spooner. And this one I've heard like tons about. It's a retelling of... what is this retelling? I can't remember. Beauty and the Beast. It's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It does sound like very romancy based, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep this, like not 100% sure. And it is by Megan Spooner, and she's kind of known for her more romancy type stuff, so I just don't know. But I bought Hunted off Facebook, and I bought it for cheap, so like I'm not mad. And then second to that, I also got The Valiant by Leslie Livingston. This one I'm a little bit more interested in. This is like female warriors. What's the word I'm looking for? Gladiators. Female gladiators. And it sounds super interesting. There is like a slight hint of romance that I can tell from reading the synopsis. I think that was what I read. I know it's been a while since I read it, but anyways. But yeah, I got this one off Facebook, and it's in pretty good condition. Like, there's a little bit of tearage around here, but for the price I paid, I'm not mad. So the next three are books that I pre-ordered, and they came during February. So the first is, I can't remember how to pronounce the name of this because someone told me it was wrong when I pronounced it Vardisia last time. I can't remember, but oh well. It is the fifth book in the Madoran Chronicles by Lynette Noni, however you pronounce it. So yeah. I absolutely love this series, and I can't wait to read this book. This is the last book in the series, and I'm so keen. It's so good. It's such an amazing series. So yeah, while I can't wait to finish it, I don't really want it to finish. And this is like the biggest one. This is near 500 pages. All the other books have been around 400, I think. So this is definitely a bit chunkier than the other books in the series, but I am so freaking keen. So next I have King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo. This cover is very reflective, and also under the dust jacket is this piece of artwork. There's nothing on the back. Yeah, so this is King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo, the next newest of her series set in the Grisha world. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to this. I wasn't the hugest fan of the Grisha trilogy, and I enjoyed Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdoms, but if you ask me to tell you anything that happened in those books, for the life of me, I have no idea. I remember reading them, I remember liking them, but I do not remember anything that happened. So I'm glad this is a companion. I don't really have to, you know, remember what happened, but I'll get to this one at some point maybe. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I enjoy her books, but they're just kind of, like, they don't stick with me. Which I don't understand. I don't know. Because even, like, I read Shadow and Bone before I went and read Six of Crows, and I could not remember anything that happened in Shadow and Bone. And yeah, I don't know. They just don't stick with me. I don't know what it is, but, like, I enjoyed reading Six of Crows at the time. I didn't enjoy Shadow and Bone just because of, like, the fucking romance. It just pissed me off the entire time. And, like, I'm not a romance reader, and it pissed me off as well. So that was overly helpful. But Six of Crows, I just don't remember. So hopefully this one will be a bit better. I don't know, but... And now onto the last book that I'm hauling for February, and that is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Chamomere? I don't know. This one has... I actually have an e-arc of this, and I did start it and I was enjoying what I read, but then I kind of got distracted by other books, so I never actually got back to it. But now that I have a physical copy, and I plan to read this in March during a readathon, so hopefully I'll get to this soon, but I am so keen. It sounds really interesting, and the cover is stunning. Like, this is so nice. I really wish I got the edition that had the holographic here, but that was like a Fairy Loot edition, I think it was. In the hardcover, the paperbacks, you can get a paperback that's got the holographic here, but oh well. I just love this cover. It's so nice, and I'm so keen. So hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's not too romancy, because it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so there's gonna be romance, but hopefully it's not too bad, but I'm really keen. So yeah, that is all the books that I purchased or received in February. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them in the comments. I will leave my link to my review for On the Come Up down below. It's on my blog. And yeah, I think, did I actually review? I'll leave my review for Everless as well. And I can't remember if I had reviewed Mr. Limoncello's series when I read it. I can't remember if I did. But if I did, I will leave that down below. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of the other books and what you thought of them. Yeah, that is it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.